Hello everybody out there on YouTube, this is Seth here, and this is going to be my first Apple product review. This time I'm going to be showing you my first generation iPad. I got this off of Facebook a while back, and this is the first gen iPad. It was released back in 2010, March of 2010, and it was the start of it all. It was the start of the iPads. It had a very beautiful screen at the time. It's not so much anymore. It was a 9.7 inch non-retina display with a resolution of 1024 by 768. So back then it was good. This is powered by an Apple A4 processor. It was an 800 megahertz processor with 256 megabytes of RAM. So back then it was pretty powerful. In the day, not so much anymore. This iPad does not have cameras on it, as you can see. There are no cameras anywhere on this iPad. There were no cameras released on iPads until the iPad 2, which came out in March of 2011. So this was originally shipped with 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte configurations. It also had a cellular version, which had the antenna band on the top. This is just the 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi version, so it does not have that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the iPad. So first off, we have our familiar classic home button. This was way before Touch ID was released for the iPads. On the bottom, we have our 30-pin dock. Here we have a speaker. This is mono. There is no stereo speakers. On the side we have the volume rocker, as well as a toggle switch for either accelerometer lock or mute switch. You can change that in settings. Here is the sleep wake button, which is for turning on and off the iPad. Here is a 3.5mm headphone jack and the microphone. So, let's go ahead and turn it on. And this iPad is running iOS 5.1.1. This is the last version that was compatible for this iPad. So let's show you that I am running iOS 5.1.1. So, in terms of performance, it's okay. I mean, in terms of games, it performs okay. So let's go ahead and what should I play? Just to show you that it does work. Let's play Piano Tiles. So just give you an idea how this will perform with some modern apps. Of course, since this is running such an old iOS version, you cannot download the newest apps anymore. You can it'll either let you download an older version, or you'll get this message saying where you have to update your iPad to a newer firmware, which obviously this does not support anything newer than 5.1.1, so you're stuck with the version it's on. So let me just show you that it does work. Here I am playing Piano Tiles. It responds pretty good, so that's good there. In terms of exiting apps, you do get some animation lag, which is quite expected given this thing is low spec. In terms of browsing, it does work sometimes, but a lot of times the Safari does crash. So if you want to browse on this thing, then you should probably get a third-party web browser, such as like Mercury or Google Chrome. Safari is kind of crippled at this point. YouTube does not work anymore. Let me show you. So when you go on YouTube, when you use the YouTube app on these older iPads, this is what you get. You get this message right here. So any video you look up on here, you're going to get this message no matter what. However, you can still download the YouTube app Obviously, it's not going to be the newest version, but you can still download a YouTube app and it works and everything. So let me show you that indeed it works. So I just pick a random video right here. If it will play. It's not going to be the fastest. It's going to be pretty slow. But it does work. It takes a little bit. But you get the idea. But if you're looking to buy the first generation iPad, I would at least look for something newer like the iPad 2, or you can get the Apple does have a budget iPad. It is $329. It's a pretty good value, but if you want to look for the original iPad, I recommend you don't buy it unless you're like me, you're an Apple junkie, you like to collect older Apple devices. Then yes, I would definitely buy it for that. It's a pretty nice iPad. It was well worth it. It was innovative at this time, and now it's pretty much obsolete now, but you get the idea. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.